What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you more about some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. But before I get any further, in this video, 97% of you guys watching the video right now are not subscribed to the channel. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that subscribe button to be kept up to date on everything to do with Black Ops Cold War, Warzone Season 6 and more. And without further ado, let's get into the video. In today's video, guys, I wanted to talk about skill-based matchmaking and its implementation here in Black Ops Cold War. A report came out a couple of weeks ago letting us know that skill-based matchmaking is going to be exactly the same as it was in Modern Warfare. I want to talk about its implementation here in this year's game, as well as the negative effects it's going to have in this year's Call of Duty. If you've watched any of my skill-based matchmaking videos, you know exactly my opinions on the system, and I feel like I know your guys' opinions on the system as well. The thing with skill-based matchmaking is that it only benefits one subsection of players. Players who play the game casually, players who play maybe a couple of hours here and there, but not like the hardcore fans or people who genuinely have a major interest in Call of Duty. People like me and you who engage in Call of Duty, engage in the community, and are excited about the game every single year, year in and year out. We know exactly how skill-based matchmaking negatively affects Call of Duty. It's been a major thing here in Modern Warfare 2019, mainly because of the severity of the system. It's been in previous Call of Duties. It's been in Advanced Warfare, was in there last year with Black Ops 4 as well. Skill-based matchmaking has been there, but it's never been this intense. It's very clear and very easy to see how skill-based matchmaking affects Modern Warfare 2019 and how it's going to affect Black Ops Cold War. The problem with skill-based matchmaking and I guess the way that we found out its implementation here in Modern Warfare 2019 was very early in the Modern Warfare 2019 cycle. We found out that in 5 games, if you have a really good 5 games, you get put in a skill bracket, and from that skill bracket you can only go up from there, or if you do really poorly, you can go down from there. But it's a system that keeps players playing with people who are of the same skill level as them, not necessarily players who have a good connection with each other. Connection-based matchmaking was a system that was implemented in Call of Duty previously, and now connection-based matchmaking was the ideal way of matchmaking, because the problem with skill-based matchmaking is it didn't care about where you were in the world as long as you were being matched up against people who were of the same skill level as you. So for example, I was getting matched up with people who were in Britain, in America, South America. Like I was not getting matched up with players who were in Australia, purely because of the bracket that Call of Duty or Infinity Ward or whatever the matchmaking system put me in. And that's a problem, because not only do you get really laggy games, you get really laggy, really sweaty games, and that is not fun to play whatsoever. So pre-Warzone, I was having a really tough time playing Modern Warfare 2019 because I knew every time I got on there, it would just be a major sweat fest. It still is a major sweat fest, and then Warzone is now a major sweat fest as well. The initial beginnings of Warzone, it was very fun, it was welcoming, I guess, to any and all players, but now it's just really sweaty. Everyone's running the meta guns, everyone's playing really sweaty, everyone's playing like their life depends on it, and right now Modern Warfare 2019 is in a place where it's very sweaty and very hard to have fun in. I still have fun playing Warzone because I play with different people, and that's mainly the reason that's making me come back to play Warzone and having fun in Warzone. I believe that Warzone's a top tier battle royale game. In my opinion, it's the best battle royale game at this certain point in time, but the skill-based matchmaking system implemented there is just not it, and this directly affects Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, because we know that it's going to be the exact same system that we saw in Modern Warfare 2019. We know that Black Ops Cold War is running the same engine as Modern Warfare 2019 as well, so it's easy to see exactly how and why this implementation or this system of skill-based matchmaking is coming to Black Ops Cold War. The hope that was that Black Ops Cold War would take a step down. I don't think anyone believed for a second that skill-based matchmaking was going to be completely eliminated from Call of Duty. I think that the hope was that it was just toned down, because I think that you can have it, but don't make the entire matchmaking system dependent on skill brackets. Make it based on connection, and then think of skill after connection, because I don't want to be matched up against people in the United Kingdom, the United States, South America. Like I don't want to do that, and that's not a fun experience for me, and I don't think it'd be a fun experience for anyone playing the game to be matched up against people in different continents, because the connection would be so poor peer to peer with players in different continents. It's just not a fun thing to do. And I think that skill-based matchmaking ultimately could work if they just toned it down a hell of a lot. Like, there's no point in playing a game where you're gonna feel like you need to sweat it out every single game. Like, I don't want to come home from work, or I don't want to come home from uni and sit down and choose to use my time to play Call of Duty just to have it to be a more frustrating experience playing Call of Duty than it is handing in an assignment or getting up to clock in at work. Like, I don't want that whatsoever. I want to sit down, I want to play Call of Duty, and I want to have a good time. And at the current state of skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, that's just not an option, because I can play for maybe an hour and then eventually I'll just get sick of sweating it out, so I'll just stop playing and go play something else. I just wanted to pause the video right there to show you guys that this video today is brought to you by the Spot podcast, my brand new podcast that I just recently launched. We're going to be doing podcasts every single week with a couple videos between the weeks as well. This week we talked about the Rona, Karens, and Aquaman. So if you're interested in listening to my podcast, click the link in the description down below to watch the whole thing. But here is a quick preview.
Us good citizens paying tax, I know you're giving out payments to the less fortunate.
Bro, I'm really going ham on this, bro.
What do you, dude? I want to buy 3 pairs of Air Forces.
I know you're I know you're supporting our people.
Yeah, I know you're supporting the men them. I know, like, people who are just in trouble.
Supporting the content, pretty much.
The reason that they're doing this, and I guess the reason that they're implementing this version of skill-based matchmaking, is because it's worked so well. Modern Warfare 2019 has been a massive success. Don't let the people that have been hating on Modern Warfare 2019 sort of sway you in the opinion that this game is not successful. Modern Warfare 2019 is one of the most successful Call of Duties in recent times. Warzone has made that possible. The microtransaction and battle pass system in this game has made that possible, and to an extent, skill-based matchmaking has made that possible as well. Skill-based matchmaking being a system that benefits casuals and keeping them playing the game and enticing them to purchase microtransactions is the reason that this game has made so much money. People who are not like you and I, who do not engage in Call of Duty so often, will be matched up against players who are not that good. So if they feel like they're completely destroying and if they feel like they're having a really good time in the game, then they'll go and purchase a skin pack because they're having so much fun, or they'll go and purchase the battle pass with 20 tier skips because they're having such a good time. Like, it's a system that not only benefits casual players, but it benefits Activision, Infinity Ward, and all the development studios as well, because they reap the rewards from those microtransactions. Again, moving on from that, we know that Black Ops Cold War will also have the same microtransaction system as Modern Warfare 2019. So Battle Pass, Store, the free maps and DLC to then entice people to play it more, to then entice people to spend more money on COD points in the store. I will admit, I have fallen into the trap of the Call of Duty store. I bought a CDL skin pack to get the camo. I've bought various different bundles and that sort of stuff to get swords and different weapon camos and all that sort of stuff. Like, I can admit, I have fallen into the trap of the COD store, and if I can do it, imagine all the other casuals that are doing it. I know exactly what they're doing. I have the knowledge to know exactly why they have this system in place, why the store is the way it is, and all that sort of stuff. I know why they're doing it. To the casual fan, they have no idea what skill-based matchmaking is, why the COD store is the way it is, and why microtransactions have been sort of built the way they have been. So they'll just do it. They'll do it in the mindset that, they're just doing this because it's like a cool cosmetic thing. I know they're doing it because not only it's a cool cosmetic thing, but because they know that they can get the casuals on the cool cosmetic things. And they've got me on the cool cosmetic things. So it's like, I know exactly why this is happening. So if I can know exactly why it's happening and still buy the stuff in the store, there's no reason why skill-based matchmaking will ever be sort of toned down or anything like that. And you could say that people like me are part of the problem, or people like the casuals who go and buy things through the COD store are part of the problem. But ultimately, like, if there's a mass market for it, and if there's a big fan base who engages in the game, engages in microtransactions and all that sort of stuff with the current state of skill-based matchmaking, then there's no reason why they would change it. There's no reason why Infinity Ward, Treyarach, Raven Studios, Activision would say, maybe we'll just tone it down for the hardcore players that are complaining about it. There's no reason why they'd do that, because ultimately it's down to making money. It's a money-making business, and if skill-based matchmaking and the implementation of skill-based matchmaking right now is making them money, then they're not going to change it. And I think that's what we need to realize and that's what we need to accept. The negative connotations of that, however, is going to be all the hardcore fans that will be rebelling against Black Ops Cold War. The game could be amazing. The multiplayer could be so fun, could be so fast, could be so fluid, could have a bunch of different things to play around with, game modes, maps, attachments, guns. It could be, the content in Black Ops Cold War could be absolutely amazing, but if the people playing the game aren't having fun because of skill-based matchmaking, ultimately you're going to have another Modern Warfare 2019. Fundamentally, Modern Warfare 2019 is a fantastic Call of Duty. The skill-based matchmaking, the safe spaces, the way they design the maps, and all that sort of stuff is what's hindering this game from being one of the best Call of Duties, because ultimately the campaign's not that bad, the multiplayer fundamentally is not that bad, Warzone is incredible, Spec Ops is, it's meh, but you're looking at a game that's, if you strip safe spaces, skill-based matchmaking, the way they design the maps and all that stuff, time to kill to an extent, dead silence as a perk, like if you just change Ghost as a perk and changing the way Ghost works, if you changed all that, you would ultimately have, I would argue, one of the best Call of Duties to date, and definitely one of the best Call of Duties in recent years. But all the factors that I've just previously stated made Modern Warfare 2019 just not that. To be honest with you, if you put Warzone just on its own, I would say it's a top tier Call of Duty. But Warzone packaged in with Modern Warfare 2019 is not a top tier Call of Duty. So with Black Ops Cold War and the negative effects that skill-based matchmaking will have on Black Ops Cold War, you could have a fantastic Call of Duty. You could have the best, most fun multiplayer for the past years. But the skill-based matchmaking could ultimately be its downfall, because you're not going to have the support from the real hardcore Call of Duty fans and the people that have a genuine interest and a genuine connection with this franchise because of skill-based matchmaking. And that's ultimately going to be Black Ops Cold War's downfall if when players get this game in their hands and they realize skill-based matchmaking and they realize the effect it's having on the game as a whole. It's honestly going to be heartbreaking, because just imagine if Black Ops Cold War is one of the best multiplayers that we've experienced, say on par with, say, like your Black Ops 2s, your Modern Warfare 2s, what if it is that type of multiplayer? And then it's just ruined by skill-based matchmaking. It's going to be so heartbreaking to see that. But I mean, that's all I have for you guys today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below, what do you think of Black Ops Cold War having the exact same skill-based matchmaking system that Modern Warfare 2019 had, and how do you think it's going to affect the game going forward? Click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my next video. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so we're going to try and get there by the end of the year. We're going to push for it. We're going to see how we go. So if you want to support the cause, click that red button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.